Law versus Zoro. If there's any debate that has become more infamous than Zoro versus Sanji, it's of course Law versus Zoro, because of course Zoro versus Sanji has been pretty much settled. Or has it now? But people have finally acknowledged what is going on between Zoro and Sanji. But when it comes to Law is an individual who is very interesting. So what I decided I'm going to do today is try breaking down how a matchup against these two guys would actually go. This is our own One Piece version of the hydrogen bomb versus the crying baby. Except this crying baby is quite manly, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, let's look at their stats. We know a lot about One Piece, I think. I hope so. But from a regular viewer's standpoint, you should understand the magnificence of what Zoro has been able to achieve throughout his career. And if we look at the things he has done, let's just look at Wano alone. He was able to scar Kaido, he was able to defeat King, he was able to threaten King to the point where King wasn't even sure he could tank Zoro's attacks without having his flames on, of course. But essentially, Zoro has an insane performance. He stops Lukaku's sovereignty using his blades for, I think, roughly around a second before anyone could react to the attack and get out of the way. So peak reaction time there and peak defense, and this is going to be very important for this matchup. Either way, I don't think I need to break down much about Zoro. You know he has advanced conqueror's haki, you know he's a swordsman, you know he has Ashura, you know he has one of the highest levels of output in this series, just period. And he's pretty decently fast. We saw him keep up with Rob Lucci, the same Lucci who was able to, I was about to say keep up with Gear 5, but that didn't really work out nice for you, buddy, right there. But either way, Zoro is decently fast. He was able to keep up with the flames of King, who, if I'm not mistaken, was able to catch a Raid Suit Sanji. How fast is a Raid Suit Sanji? Me personally, I wouldn't really have a proper scale for Raid Suit Sanji, but I would think it would scale right below a base non-eyebrow switch. You know, I think it would scale to a Diable Jambe Sanji before he flips the eyebrow switch. I think that would be the best place where we could scale that version of King. Either way, Zoro is fast. Zoro is not really a speedster, but he's fast. Not many people in the series are going to be blitzing Zoro, as he has one of the most efficient reaction times out there. Now let's look at Law. Law's resume is just equally as stacked. He has went against Big Mom, he has went against Blackbeard. In Big Mom's fight, he was literally breaking bones to the point where Big Mom was screaming like, I can't keep taking this guy's attacks. And Blackbeard as well, just taking one attack made Blackbeard realize, nah, I gotta take this boy seriously. And then they started going off. And then he does a very impressive feat, which is clashing with the Gura Gura no Mi. You know, the Gura Gura no Mi is the devil fruit that has been stated to have the power capable of destroying the world. Although this has been stated, people widely assume it's just Whitebeard's power is what makes him the man capable of destroying the world. No, in Marineford, Whitebeard is very much washed, using Conqueror's haki just a little bit. Not even advanced Conqueror's haki, the version which just bleeps niggas out. He was already bleeding, like that nigga's coughing out. He was not using, I can assure you this much, he was not using advanced Conqueror's haki when he fought against Akainu. Maybe he was using armament, maybe he was using advanced armament, but either way, his attacks which were able to go blow for blow with with Akainu, should scale somewhat relative to Blackbeard at this point in time. So this clash right here is very, very important. It means Law, as it currently stands, he has the AP to consistently clash with top tiers, which is insane. Either way, I think I should immediately get into breaking down this fight because I don't want to make this video too long. So let's go directly into this matchup. The fight starts, and obviously, I'm pretty sure most Zoro fans just think Zoro is going into Ashura and then he immediately speed blitz and one-taps Law. Unfortunately, that is not happening. And also, even if Zoro tries that strategy out, let's just imagine this: Zoro starts the fight, Ashura just wants to hit Law with the dead man's game. unless Zoro is like 5 meters away from Law or like 50 meters, like they're very, very close, that Law couldn't do anything or get ready in any shape, way, or form, which Ashura is a transformation. It's not his base state, so he needs to get into that state. Law's gonna see what's up. Either way, I don't think any Zoro attack is one-tapping Law before Law can block it. I understand Law was able to not react to Kaku's sovereignty, but it wasn't that he couldn't react to it, it's because he couldn't use room fast enough. But this doesn't mean he's getting blitzed by Kaku's sovereignty. It means he cannot activate that ability, that shambles. We do not know the timer behind shambles, but we know it is at least at the point where, well, it cannot shamble out of the way of an attack like Ikaku's sovereignty. So if you're scaling Zoro's attack speed to the likes of Ikaku's sovereignty, be my guest, but I don't think Zoro is that fast. Although he was able to partially blitz Kaido, I say partially blitz Kaido here because Kaido was taking this way lightly, as he had even started using Future Sight throughout this fight yet. So please don't just say Zoro is blitzing Kaido with Deadman's game. That shit happened because Kaido let it. To be honest, Zoro might have never learned that attack. And if Law sees Zoro coming with a Deadman's game, he's definitely pulling out one of those moves he pulled out on Blackbeard, and he will be able to neutralize it to a degree. I say neutralize it to a degree because I still think Zoro has higher AP than Law with an attack like Deadman's game. So he's dealing some damage. He's definitely dealing heavy damage in one go, but it's not one-shotting Law. But here's the thing though, after Ashura, Zoro has never, and I mean never, shown the ability to go on after using that state. Even worse, in the current timeline, where even using King of Hell is draining his Conqueror's Haki to an immense degree. As of right now, before we leave Islebath, I don't think Zoro has the Conqueror's Haki needed to keep Ashura active, to just keep spazzing attacks on that level and just eliminate Law. So that's not happening. And to be honest, Zoro's fighting style has never been like that. So there might be a chance that Zoro actually defeats Law using only Ashura, just spamming that shit. But does Zoro fight like that? No, he doesn't fight like that. And also, I want to talk about Law just spamming his Shock Willy on Zoro. That shit's also not happening. Zoro is not getting hit by Shock Willy whilst he's active. That shit's not landing on practically anybody who's now in the top tiers. That shit is not doing anything. It's not that the attack itself isn't doing anything, it's never touching Zoro because Zoro is just gonna be moving around that shit. So both their one-shotting ticket here is not gonna work, and to be honest, Zoro could definitely eat up a Shock Willy. Even if it lands, he's eating that shit up. He has crazy endurance. Either way, now how I see this fight actually going, Zoro is gonna go into King of Hell because this is Law. Law is gonna do that coating thing, and then they're gonna start going at it, clashing because Zoro likes stalling people. We saw what he did to Fraud Lucci. But after that, Zoro is probably gonna up the gauge a little bit, start oozing more of that Conqueror's Haki. Law gonna see that he's now in big trouble and try to keep up. Zoro's probably gonna be forced into going to Ashura, try out a move like Deadman's game, which Law will do his best to survive. And once he survives that attack, Zoro is pretty much gonna gas out. After some time, if this fight drags on for too long, Zoro is gassing out. As of right now, Zoro's biggest problem is stamina, and if he fixes that shit, I don't think Law versus Zoro should ever be a conversation, because Law himself isn't even a stamina merchant, so he'll be cooked relatively as quickly. But as of right now, Zoro gasses out, and once Zoro gasses out, he's now just that sleeping baby next to a hydrogen bomb. There's nothing on planet Rock that is stopping Law from getting on top of Zoro. Even whilst damaged, wounded, just starts spamming a Shock Willy again and again and again while Zoro is down on the ground. That boy's not getting back up, guys. So to be honest, in terms of stats alone, on the higher end, Zoro is a stronger character. But in terms of matchup, it's a terrible matchup because Zoro would need to perform at his highest to constantly apply the pressure on Law. And if he needs to perform at his highest to constantly apply the pressure on a character, he's gonna gas out before that character. And once he gasses out, it's over. Law is not Lucci who Zoro can one-tap. Get that shit out of your head. Law is a genuine top tier. Either way, that's enough Law glaze coming from me. I am not a Law glaze channel, so that shit's never happening again. But either way, I just felt like hating on my boy Zoro, cause like, why not? Like and subscribe.
I need this, my mom is kinda homeless. I live with my dad and I wanna help her out, so pretty please. I need this, my mom is kinda homeless. I live with my dad and I wanna help her out, so my mom is kinda homeless. My mom is kinda homeless. Kinda homeless. My mom is kinda homeless. So please, I need this. My mom is kinda homeless.